Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of one of Africa's most iconic and controversial leaders, Uganda's Yoweri Museveni. From his early years in rural Uganda to becoming one of the continent's longest-serving presidents, Museveni's story is one of revolutionary beginnings, political power, and transformative influence on Ugandan society. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was born on August 15, 1944, in Ntungamo, a rural district in southwestern Uganda. Coming from a pastoral family, Museveni's upbringing was steeped in rural life and community values. He attended local schools and later advanced to Mbarara High School and Entara School, institutions known for nurturing many of East Africa's prominent leaders. After high school, Museveni pursued higher education at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, where he studied political science and economics. This was a transformative period for Museveni, who was influenced by the African liberation movements of the 1960s and 70s, including the ideas of Tanzania's first president, Julius Nyerere. This experience fueled his passion for liberation and set the stage for his involvement in revolutionary activities. Returning to Uganda, Museveni became an active member of the Front for National Salvation, or FRNASA, a movement opposed to Idi Amin's brutal rule. When Amin's regime fell in 1979, Museveni helped establish a transitional government. But peace was short-lived. The controversial 1980 elections that followed saw Milton Obote return to power in what Museveni and his allies saw as a fraudulent result. Determined to fight for what he believed was right, Museveni and his supporters formed the National Resistance Army, or NRA, launching a guerrilla war against Obote's government. This 5-year conflict was grueling, but ultimately successful, leading to Museveni's ascent to power in 1986. Museveni took over the presidency of Uganda in January 1986, marking the start of a new era. His leadership brought hopes of stability after years of political unrest. Museveni introduced policies to rebuild Uganda's economy, partnering with the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank on structural adjustment programs. These programs brought steady economic growth, reduced inflation, and improved infrastructure, laying a foundation for a recovering Uganda. Under Museveni's administration, Uganda also became an early leader in addressing the HIV/AIDS crisis. His government promoted awareness, prevention, and treatment, resulting in a sharp decline in HIV/AIDS prevalence during the 1990s. This approach earned international recognition and set an example for other countries. However, Museveni's presidency has not been without controversy. In 1995, Uganda adopted a new constitution that limited the president to 2 terms. But in 2005, Museveni's government amended the constitution, removing these term limits, a move that critics saw as an attempt to cling to power. Then in 2017, the Ugandan parliament passed another amendment to remove the presidential age limit, effectively clearing the path for Museveni to extend his rule further. These constitutional changes have led to mounting opposition and criticism, both locally and internationally, with accusations that his administration has stifled political opposition and restricted media freedom. Yoweri Museveni's legacy is complex and divisive. He is credited with bringing stability to a country once torn by political violence, but his prolonged rule and constitutional changes have raised questions about Uganda's democratic progress. His impact on Uganda's political and economic landscape has left a lasting mark, making him one of Africa's most influential leaders. As Museveni continues to lead Uganda, his legacy remains a topic of intense debate. Has he provided Uganda with the stability it needed, or has his lengthy rule hindered the nation's democratic future? One thing is certain: Yoweri Museveni's journey from a young revolutionary to a powerful president is a defining chapter in the history of Uganda and Africa.
If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. And as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.